Hi, how is everybody doing today? As you see, the desk cam is on. It's time for traditional art. So, my sketchbook, let me open my sketchbook on a first empty page. And let's start drawing. So today on the agenda is to, continue studying drawing food with different mediums. So, the media of choice today is alcohol markers. I have lots of them. I barely use them. I don't know exactly how to use them. I used them a couple of times, but I am not an expert in those. So so this is why I will try and learn. So I have some scrap paper. This is the marker paper, as you see, like my previous tests. So it will help me to not make the marker bleed through 50 pages, but only through one, because alcohol markers, they require a very thick paper. No, maybe not. No, I phrased it bad. You can put markers on a Bristol paper. I think the Render sketchbook, RENDR sketchbook, is like more was like one of those like very fashionable, very popular sketchbook brand of sketchbooks among artists for the fact that the paper was so thick that even if you put the alcohol markers and layer them, they won't bleed on the other page. So it was a way to use alcohol markers on both sides of your paper. But the true marker paper, just as I have right now, is very thin. It's like 60 GSM, 70, maybe even lower. Usually the printer paper that is 80 GSM, which is the metric that shows its thickness and its weight, as it's called. 80 GSM, it is the same as printer paper, and it is a great budget alternative for people who just want to start with the medium. It's perfectly fine. I have some scraps marker paper. I have the whole Bristol. The paper in this sketchbook in particular is, I would say, around 80 GSM. It's pretty, as you see already. It's pretty thin, kind of see-through. You can see like the previous like the sketches from the other side, just peeking through, and the colors from this bleed page also peeking through, but it's okay. So today I planned to draw a savory food, because I noticed that I don't draw savory food much, and when I go, I have saved a Google search for various pictures of ramen noodles, and I think this will be a good way, a good exercise for me, because it has lots of textures, lots of colors, and also the transparency, the semi-transparency of the broth you see there is something that I think can be used, not used, but reproduced. Yes, reproduced very easily. So the idea for today is to, on one page, kind of dissect and try different colors, which color mixes fit each of the element, and then on the other page I will draw the full ramen bowl with everything. So this is let me just download a couple of pictures. This one is nice. This one is also nice. Which one? I like... This one looks like... I don't know, this one looks like it's like 3D modeled. I don't know if you also get this sensation. Oh, I kind of like with some of the noodles being lifted up. This is like an interesting composition choice, and I think I will go for it. Let me get... Okay, this one is very stereotypical, but I think I will use it as well. What else? Ooh, these ones is also good. And I'm sorry if you're already hungry. This stream won't get any better, I tell you. So yeah, so if you want, like, I'm not your mom, go get yourself a snack or something to drink, because we're here on a ride. Okay, so let me go to my gallery right now, to my downloads, and yeah. So first off, noodles. Food study, ramen bowl. And today it's 16th July 2024. Okay. So, noodles first. Noodles are very like, they are really curly. So just let me try and repeat their shapes a couple of times, and then I will try and color them in and try to use like different colors, test different colors, which one would be the best for the broth, which one will be the best for the shading. I don't have that much of the colors, especially light and pastel ones, while I think this might be the most important ones. Okay, then there is a little bit of parsley, as I see. Some parsley I will probably just draw like this. A little bit of jaggedy leaves. A little bit of, oh my god, how do you call that, small onion rings? How do you call that in English? They come from the onion, but they're really small. Oh my god, is the storm finally there? I was waiting the whole day for the storm. Milo! My doggy hates storms. I need to check where he is. Okay, so there will be like bits of like spices, so mainly parsley. Let me write this down. Parsley. Okay, so there will be noodles, parsley, the I don't know what's the English name of. Let me call it like spring onion with question mark. Okay, and egg would be interesting. Okay, egg. Oh, hard boiled, important. Hard boiled egg. This a bit of meat. Oh yeah, chunks of meat. And I already know how to draw meat, so yeah, so a bit jagged lines. But it would be the first time I would actually like draw meat with markers. Because, yeah. What else? Oh, maybe these like little noodles. Oh, those crab slash fish like meat. Those crab slash fish things. Not these, because I know this is a shrimp, but these. These like this one. These ones that are jagged. Oh my god, it's been a super long while since I've really like tasted the real ramen. There is a restaurant here in my city with the real deal real ramen, and it was really tasty. Okay, what else is there? It's like the seaweed in here. So let me put it here. So yeah, let me put a bit like 2 slices of seaweed. And this. I think this looks like a pea pod. And there is a bit of this spring onion and this bit. Wait, let me. Okay, let me look if there is anything else that I have missed. Possibly not. Probably not. Okay. So let me first slightly. Oh my god. Finally started raining. Like, finally. It's been 84 years since the last rain. Like, I swear, this summer is unbearable lately. Okay, let me erase some of this stuff and lines that I won't need, or I would need to be very light and very faint. So just gently erase everything around. And now think what colors I should use for the, oh wait, let me write broth and just like put, I will try and test like different globs of different like colors to find the perfect one. Okay, so noodles are usually cream, yellow, light yellow and cream. So let me check. I have a Copic marker. I have a light. Oh, my sister is here. Oh my god, she probably got caught in this rain. Oh no. Okay, this is cool gray, but I want a warm gray. Oh, there is the warm gray. So I will get warm gray 1 and warm gray 2 from this for shading. What else would be nice? Maybe peach, if I would need to make it a bit, take different shades of yellow. What's this like? Oh, and maybe this would be a good broth color. I'm right now browsing through all my colors of all my markers. Hi, sis. It's Tuesday, yes. Are you really wet?
Yeah.
Do you want me to fetch a towel? Do you see the dog? Okay. Luckily, we went for a walk just before I started streaming, so yeah. Okay, so I have some colors for the broth. Let me check if I have anything more that can be useful. Okay. So there will be, I think these are the good colors for noodles, meat and egg, I think. So let me put my phone aside because I will be locking and unlocking it like all the time. And on the next page, let's test these colors. Oh, wait, colorless blender. I have it here. Yes. The blender marker. This is like just the marker tip, but with rubbing alcohol inside. So yeah. So yeah, so let's get going. Let me put this here. So let me start by swatching some of the colors. Okay, maybe I will use the thicker nib. Ooh, okay. I will use this one because the Copic have the brush nib and I don't have brush nib often, and I think it will help me with coloring noodles. So I'm taking this for sure, and also because it's not as neon, it's a bit muted compared to the Pro Marker one. Okay, warm gray. It's pretty dark. Warm gray one. Slightly better. I will lean towards this one, of course, the blender. Yeah, this color E11, which is like this peach color. I think it would be good for meat, so I will put it aside for meat. This brown is really dark, might be good for the outside of the meat. This color, these are tiger markers, and I need to swatch them every time because the color on the nib that is printed on the nib is not the same that is of the marker. Like, you see, these are vastly different colors, like absolutely like in tone different. It's not a bad color. It's a bit like olive in shade. I will put it aside. I think this one might be good for the broth. Ah, no, it's not. But it's a bit more orange than the Pro Marker one, so I will keep it. This one, I believe, despite the color, yes, it's pretty orange, but it's a really good color for the egg, so I'm putting this aside. This one is more golden yellow. This one, oh, this one is also like good for the meat. But I see that the warm, after drying for a moment, a warm gray number 2, this one, is looking good for the egg, so I will keep it. This color. Ooh, this color might be good for the broth. It's like brown, but not super deep brown, which is important because I need some transparency, okay. This one I will eat because, oh my god, this color is so dark. And this one is orange. So I need this right now. Okay. So let me put it in here and try and make a gradient from white to like brown. So let me prepare some of the colors and I will try to merge them. So the thing is to keep everything like wet, but this is not a good news for me because I'm really slow when it comes to blending the colors. Let me try and make this a little bit more saturated with yellow and with peach, and like do a little like try to do noodle shape, and I will see how it will look like. I mean, looks more like a very thin slice of yellow pepper rather than anything else. How about if I make these okay, but how about if I touch the nips together? Okay, I know it sounds bad, but hear me out. When you have a markers, both markers of different colors, it can be colorless blender with a different marker and marker. You can touch the nips together and the ink from one marker will go to the other for a moment, and then you can use it as a lighter variation of the color, but it's not super long-lived. Well, this effect. So yeah. I will try to do but I think by doing this, I have a slightly better chances of making a truly noodly noodles. Like, look at this. Let me slightly music. Where is my music? Like the noodles right now, the way I drew them, look so like coily, like an old telephone wire. If you know, then you know. I think these two might be okay. Let me test. a little bit of warm gray. Okay, I think these two might be my best try. I will use this one only in the places where the noodles are below the broth. Yeah, are below the broth, cause yeah, it might be my best bet. Let me check maybe this color as well. This is this one, right? Yes. It's slightly more, slightly warmer. It's more beige than the warm gray here. So let me check if there is like, if the color will be any better. Yeah, it will be slightly muddy. Yes, they came. Okay, so shape okay, shading to gray, muddy. I like to write a little notes for myself, because I also feel like I'm actually learning something through that, and it also makes me feel this sketchbook faster. So okay, so let's go. Let's get with these noodles, and I think, okay, let me look at the noodles right now and see where the light hits them. How is it going? So where are the highlights, where are the shadows? If I see any like coils, how do they form? I already got a notification for Titan stream. Oh my god. Because I need to look deeply and find where the shadows, where the highlights, in order to draw this properly, and what shape these shadows and highlight, what shapes these shadows and highlights have. In some cases it looks pretty uniform, like the highlight is always like on the one side of the noodle. But yeah, it will be tricky. I wanted to do the whole illustration with markers, but I don't know if I will really make it, cause what I struggle the most when it comes to markers is how to make the shape contrasting enough with the background. Usually I will use line art, but here I did not want to use line art. Partially because I don't have any good like line art pen, and lining with pencil is like kinda in my opinion. But also because I wanted to try something different and not line every piece I ever do. So okay, so let me try. Touch the nib and start from the darkest areas. So yeah, so right now I'm using the nib to nib method to produce like a more pastel shade of, a more pastel-y shade of yellow. And I will try to extend this with what I have left on the nib. I will try to extend this and just form some harsher highlights. So yeah. So for me, it's a bit harder to control the opacity and, you know, opacity of the markers, like way harder than, well, when I compare it, for example, to watercolors. I use watercolors a lot, and I know for many people, for many artists, it is like really hard medium. But for me, it's like pretty pleasant, and I think I found my way to use them and enjoy them. Okay, now let me try just with the yellow to darken some of the places. Just with the pure yellow. The darkest spots. I mean, I hope it looks like a noodle and not like, I don't know. I think where I really struggle, and I said this just a minute before, is, you know, the noodles are really light in color and have white highlights, or really like cream highlights. How can I put white highlights on white paper and make it look like it's, you know, and make it look like something? Like, I need to use line art, which is sad, because I kind of want to learn how to use a bit more painterly method without relying on line art. But apparently I can't. I need to line everything, which is a bit sad. Okay. Now let me maybe use this yellow and just put this here on the egg. Yeah, just use the fact that I have this color on hand. Yeah, the noodles, I need to say, not great, not perfect. I don't know how to fix them. I don't know how to fix them right now, but this is the problem for the Nina slightly in the future, where I will have to deal with it. Maybe I will try and blend this. Try to reactivate this yellow and blend it more. Or maybe I will have to put a differently colored background in order to chisel out the space for the noodles. I don't know, I don't want to mess with the background in here, but for the final piece I will probably use the background. Okay, meat. For meat, I already know that meat has a couple of layers. First one is like, it's this. Okay, let me switch back here. You see what I mean by bleeding and testing? Okay, so what color was this? It was this color. Oh, it's pretty nice color. I think with the mixture of this one, and the colorless blender, I would get the color of the meat inside. And then this one, and I think it was the Pro Marker one. Yeah, for the crust outside. Okay, let's test it. First, nib to nib. Don't tell me that this color is... No, this color is not dead. Why the transfer of color is not occurring? Oh, come on. Something is strange. It's like, yeah, it's like more transfer was from Blender to this color than the other way around, which is strange. I've never seen this before. Even if I really help the... Okay, I need to really make the gravity. Really make the gravity. Order it to help me. Okay, and this combo, how this combo would behave. I mean, both colors are nice for the inside of the meat. This one would be like less raw meat. I think I will use both. Both. Yes, both sound nice. The longer I look at these noodles, the longer I regret. Oh, regrets were made. Oh my god, I don't know how to fix them. But okay, let's try. I will use one way of motion to mimic the way the meat, like, fibers go. I think and I hope it will add to the realism. Yes, it will be added realism. Or maybe I should not stress too much about not lining the picture. Just take whatever pen I have on me and line it, or line it with a pencil, and just, you know, be like, this is my style, this is how I roll. Like, I really like almost never leave pieces unlined. Very, very rarely I leave, like, I use the no line style. Okay, let me swap the color. And it's after storm already. Great. It doesn't feel any like any cooler. Okay, I think this would be enough for the inside of the meat. Now for the outside, let me take this color, just put it slightly on the rim. And in here to build the color of the crust. A little bit of jaggedy line, a bit of dotting to build up the color here and there. Oh, come on. Why are you so stubborn? And with this color to deepen the shadows here and there. I'm using stippling right now. I notice like this is like the best way to show the texture of the crust of well prepared meat. And last, a little bit, some dots here and there. Okay, and the meat looks better, looks way better than the noodles. Okay, egg. For the egg, let me bring up the picture. I think for the egg I will use this yellow, this more deeper yellow, to deepen the insides. Yes, and first I will use warm gray number 1. Go around it. and a darker gray. For the bottom of the egg. It looks fine. It looks good. Don't you think? It looks alright. It looks pretty alright. Okay. Seaweed and this. So for this, let me maybe try and just mark the shadows of each of these little like horns. Maybe let me use the welcome to the stream. Yes, I am trying to do a marker study of ramen noodles, and for that I am studying each of the ramen noodles ingredients with varying success. And how are you doing? It's like here in Poland, super hot recently. Like, oh my god. Like, you absolutely cannot survive. Oh, yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Is the stock to... Is the what to draw at least? Okay, let me get some hints and test which one would be the best for the... Ah, the broth. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, tough call because this one is more peachy. Okay, this one, but let me try and blend it with these. With the with not this, but with colorless blender. Where is it? There it is. Okay. I need to get rid of the color here from the nib. Okay. Despite this looks good, a bit flat, in my opinion, but pretty alright. Okay. Time for some greens. So let me put all of these colors aside. Let me fetch some greens and see which ones will be the best for the spring onion and for the I don't have that many, that many selection of the greens, unfortunately. Okay, this one is a good green. This one a little bit too neon, but let me leave it. This one I will set aside. This one I think I will need to use because this is my darkest green. Oh, for the seaweed, wait, where was this color? Where was the color I needed? There it is. Because for seaweed, this and these colors could mix like really well to form a seaweed color. Or at least I hoped so. But yeah, the problem is that I have, wait, this green. I have this green, which is, okay, I'm saved, but I will need to use every single one of these greens in order to make it work. Plus the blender. Okay, for the spring onion, it will be white, spring green, and this green mostly. So let me try. Okay, not bad, not bad. Maybe if I were, let me check it on here. Because I need to add a slightly darker color. Let me try. Okay, on stream this color looks poopy, but it's really nice green. Okay, and for the parsley, I will need to use the colorless blender because I don't trust myself. Okay. And now for this one. Just slightly. Here and there. I think it will be better if I use this color only for the parsley. These introduce a little bit more, a bit too much of a blue. But when it comes to seaweed, this might come in handy. Let's see how it will work with seaweed and if I will be able to mix like a good dark green color. Okay, let me switch to this brown. How was your day, Dinosaur? I'm sorry if I asked you this before. Oh, what's going on tomorrow? Then. Ooh. I understand. Mm. Okay, this looks like a good seaweed. Okay, and then the color of the broth will be... The color of the broth will be... I think it will be this one. Was it this? Was it this one? I think yes. Okay, so this will be the color of the broth. Yes. Yeah, I understand. All the commuting and all that stuff. Okay, let me... So this would mean these elements are... Okay, let me actually get only the colors that I will need for the elements and then deal with the... anything with the bowl and anything else later. Okay, so I need this bowl for broth, for meat, warm gray number 1, warm gray number 2 for the egg, and this one for the egg, This one for the egg and noodles. This one can go. Let me organize some of my space. This one was for the meat? Question mark? Yes. No. This is for this color, so no. This one is not for the meat. This one is for the meat. Out of greens. This one, and this one. So, yeah, this one color already said it's goodbyes. For seaweed, for the meat, for this egg roll, and this I can put away as well. Okay. Okay, so let's move to another page and try to put all of these together. And I am wondering, horizontal or vertical? Portrait or landscape? Maybe let's go with landscape. Just let me do a really quick sketch. Maybe I will show it. Very, very crude sketch. Okay, really, really crude sketch. So let me erase now some parts. Just need to know where each element goes and erase the parts, these parts that will be the lightest. Okay, let's start. Which to do first? Maybe the element that is at the front, so the egg. So for the egg, it was this one, this one, this one, and this one. Oh wait, there is this. Oh, let me put this. Maybe let's start with this little starry thing. So to grab this one. But first, I think there is a little bit of, yeah, just a smidge of, wait, maybe let's use it on a seaweed, because this is the residue from the seaweed. So let's put it where it belongs. test if it's not too much. Okay, it's not stained. Okay. And this is, believe me or not, the only time we will use this pink. Let me clean the nib. And get with the warm gray just for the horny bits. I don't know how to call them. I would say they are horny bits. And I will deal with those bits later. I know I can like go way too hard with them. Oh, time to drink? Yes. Today I'm drinking a cold brew tea, which I need to stock more of. Because I like the tea. I like tea. And I don't like the fact that it needs to be, usually it needs to be brewed in a very high temperature. In order to be tasty. Oh, maybe for the composition's sake, I will put the yellow, the egg yolk in there. Okay, maybe time for the meat. This color. Yeah, this was for broth. I really hope that I would make it in these like in these like 45 minutes I have left of the stream. Okay. And there were a couple of meat slices I planned there. So I need to keep in mind the overlap. And also remember the edge of the whole bowl. And do not go over there, because then you are screwed, kinda. But yeah, but I am... Recently I feel like much better. I finished the comic page, which already boosted my morale. I whipped out my acrylic paints, and look at this. I told you. Look at this. I started painting this. I started painting the keyboard. Finally. I put on a gesso, and this is the first coat of, well, I put a coat of white paint, and I started painting the keys and this one panel black. I darkened the holes. So yeah. And I also use this opportunity to paint over some of the hardware with the like with the metallic paint, the hardware of the guitars, and I put a little dials on these. So yeah, so I feel good, I feel productive. I also fixed my I need to repaint it again, but I fixed my Minecraft figurine. I swapped the magnets in the hands for stronger ones. So yeah, so it should be easier to attach all the things. Okay. Yeah, I think either my next investment would be in like well, no. First, my next investment will be in the new computer or something like this. Because, yeah. And maybe next investment will be like in a pastel set of markers. So I will be able to blend the colors a bit better. Okay, next one would be, wait, which color was the next on this? Okay, there was a little bit of gray. Yeah, a little bit of this color just on top. You know what? I think I realized where I have problems with markers. it's hard for me to get back to a lighter color when I'm using markers. Like when I use watercolors, I usually like add highlights with gouache, you know, or just you know, use a different like method to add back highlights and add back white. And here I don't have this opportunity, and I'm usually like, and I'm lost. I don't know what to do. Oh, come. It's only this one that gives me such problems. Okay, next, I think I will go with the green. So, this is the. Okay, and parsley will be, yeah, with this color. The white balance makes this green look really olive, but I promise it's a really nice, like, neutral shade of green. Okay, and I think I will use the same green for the seaweed right now. wrong cap. Now this one. Okay. Next, oh my god, noodles. Next will be the noodles. Can I use, wait, was this color this one or this one? No, it was this one. I'm thinking which one will be the better for the chopsticks. And I think maybe mix of these two. This is for the broth. But I think I will do the noodles first because they are interlocking. Okay. Oh, wait, let me use this one on the egg a little bit, just a smidge. I don't know, I applaud the people who can use markers and they are good at them. Maybe I will try and do the more coily noodles. Okay. Now I will get the brown and use it on the chopsticks, or at least attempt to do so. You know, sometimes I have like artworks that I think that would look so great, that they would look amazing in digital media. And I think a lot of my food pictures would look great either in watercolors, because I already tried drawing food with watercolors and it looked great. And it would look great in digital. But hey, I'm learning something. I'm using the supplies that I haven't used in a while. You know. So I think this counts. At least it should count. Okay. I think it won't look any better. Let me now put the remnants here in the bowl. So I think this will make up a good shape for the noodles and for the broth. So right now let me get on yellow on the blender again and try to put a bit more yellow in those in here. Okay, and now question, should I think I should draw the outside of the bowl, at least with the lightest shade of gray I have, and then add the broth. So for broth it was this color, and for the bowl I will use the cool shade of gray. Same. Yeah, yeah. Same here, like I get supplies for projects. I tell my for projects that I am doing, you know, only right now, starting right now. Okay, wait. I have this is cool gray free. Where is? Oh yeah, let me get the cool gray now. Cool gray, not cool gay. Even though, you know, it's cool to be gay, and gays are cool. Are cool. I have nothing against them, but I'm talking about the color right now. Okay, and yeah, time for broth. So, for broth, I will try to not cover everything. Still leave some of the elements above the broth. And I think I will use this color for the rest. I think it will blend nicely with this. I think I will use this, no, not this, colorless blender, this one, and this color to blend it in. Oh, oh my god, imagine if I had this, if I was working on this piece in digitally, I would just have a broth color, put it on one layer, set it on multiply, put on everywhere, and then erase. And there will be no problems. But no, Nina decided to be ambitious. And to use markers. Okay, it doesn't look bad. Yeah. My God, when I learned that you need to prepare this broth for like 5 to 8 hours, I was like, what? What? No wonder that freaking ramen is so expensive. Okay, since I have some time, so the main dish done. I have some time. Let me work. I don't know. Put something around this bowl and color in this bowl. Yeah. Let's do my favorite faux wood coloring. One day I will learn how to use markers. One day. Yeah. One day, but probably not today. What was this color? Okay. Like, a lot of things go there, like vegetables, meat. Okay. Hashtag good enough, it probably won't be any better, to be honest. Okay, let me use this dark blue because I want my bow to be blue. Let me use the okay, and now use varying shades of cool gray to bring this color in. And now what? Maybe a bit of, okay, cool gray one. Cool gray one can go here. I don't know where this little pink splotch came from. But yeah. But yeah, I probably won't get this any better. I might just check how light it is and if it's good enough to use for a background. Well, I said A, then I need to say B and put this color everywhere for the sake of consistency. Consistency? Or was it a different word? Let's say cohesiveness. Yes. For the sake of making the whole picture more cohesive. If I use this thing in one place, I need to use it in another and make it seem like it was deliberate. by bringing this color down. Okay. I would say it's hashtag good enough. Like, really. Well, how long it took me? Like, for, like, what? An hour? This whole bit? Possibly an hour. Let me just put a bit of... If I could, I would add highlights and go ham with those, but I don't have time and I don't have materials. I have the white ink that is supposed to go over multiple media, but I haven't tested it yet and I don't want to test it here. Okay, so a picture for Twitter. Real fast. Oh yeah. Okay. I mean, it's looking good, right? It's looking alright. But hey, it's another food study, you know, done. I learned something. Well, I learned what colors are good to make a nice hard-boiled egg and a nice seaweed and meat. But nothing apart from those. But nothing else. So yeah, this is all I have prepared for you today. With, yeah, look how look, sometimes the bleed through looks way better than the original art. Like, look at the texture that bleed gives. Like, it looks like pointillism. Amazing. Yeah. But I did this not last stream, but I think 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I had subs no best, but no subs came, so I decided to do food study, but digitally, and use the food that I've already drawn in a comic. So there are 2 dishes appearing in chapter 2, and they look really sad in chapter 2. So I wanted to see how much I have learned, and I redrew them, and they look much better. But oh my god, how much do I hate drawing repeating elements like noodles, rice grains, peas. No, I need a brush for that. My time is more valuable. So yeah, so this is all I have prepared for you today, like from the humble trying to dissect each element to making the full illustration. And yeah. Yeah. Like, for me, it's like, no, maybe not with a repetition, but with forced randomness. Because our muscles can do repeated things. But when I wanted to draw the rice grains, it was like 2 up, 2 two sides, two up, two on the side, and I started to repeating this pattern, and no, patterns like this don't occur when you have a scoop of freaking rice, you know? So yeah, so this is all I have prepared for you today. Next stream is themes. I will be back in my Rainbow Legacy with the Bow household, and we will continue throughout in another crazy family. Absolutely, like, maybe less crazy. They have lots of pets. They have lots of pets, and no one wants to get married, so there are fewer Sims in the household. But yeah, it gets crazy and it gets hectic fast. So yeah, so this is the roadmap for the rest of the week. So thank you all so much for coming. Thank you for watching, chatting, learning, and spending some time with me. So stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all next stream. So goodbye.